Hello there guys, welcome back to the Warcraft Weekly, the show that brings you all the latest information about World of Warcraft from both within and outside the game. This week's episode is a beefy one. We're going to take a look at all the new things that have come. One of them is of course the new event, the time limited event, which is of course the 10.2.6 thing, which is the Plunderstorm that we now know quite a bit about. We can't actually play it yet, so I've got no footage in this video to show you, but we're going to talk a lot about that, and also some of the Season 4 data mine information, as well as everything what's going on in the game this week in terms of the events and the affixes. Little disclaimer guys, this is going to be a fairly simply edited video, so there's no real need to actually watch the video if you don't want to, but all the information will be there if you listen to the video instead, so hopefully that's alright for this one. I've just been really tight for time this week. Excuses. But at least I'm living up to the channel's name. So first off, the affixes. It will be fortified this week, so the trash in the dungeons is a bit more tricky with more health and damage being dished out. The first affix to do with is storming, so occasionally a storm will spawn, usually around the melee, and it'll spin around, move around slowly. If it hits you, it'll knock you back and deal some damage, so just avoid those. The second affix is bursting, so when a mob dies, it will burst and put a dot on you for, I think it's 5 seconds. I might have got that wrong. I always get these wrong, let's be honest. Puts a dot on you. It does stack as well, so ideally don't get too many mobs dying at the same time, otherwise the bursting dot will be too much to heal through. So maybe stagger some kills and help your healer out. You can mass dispel this or use other dispels or immunities to get rid of the dot. The main Dragonflight event this week is the Battlegrounds bonus event, so you can get the quest from Khazra in Valdrakken to win 4 random battlegrounds, and if you do so, you'll get 5 marks of honour. You also gain 50% more honour as standard in Battlegrounds full stop, so that's a nice little boost if you want to get your honour level increasing. Pretty simple stuff. As well as this, you've got the Trial of Style, so this is a 6-day event, starts on the 20th and ends on the 26th of this month. Transmog is free for the duration of the event, whether you take part in the actual event itself or not, so switch up your Transmog as much as you like and save a lot of gold. You can take part in the event and win tokens, which you can mainly redeem for Transmog pieces, but also some items that you can make use of in the event itself. You can access the event by going to most of the Transmog vendors in the major cities for both factions. You talk to them and say, I would like to join the Trial of Style. It'll queue you up and then you basically enter the scenario. Once the event starts, for each round you'll get given a theme such as Dark and Deadly or maybe Faction Pride. There's quite a few that can pop up. Once you get the theme, you've then got a short amount of time to go and make a transmog around that theme. Once the timer ends, you then get judged by each of the other players. You take turns to show off your transmogs. You can also, do some emotes and things while you're showing off your transmog, and then a winner is picked. There's different prizes for 3rd, 2nd and 3rd place, and you can win an increasing amount of tokens based on where you rank. I will provide a link to quite a comprehensive guide around this event in the comments below, and it's definitely worth a go if you're a fan of Transmog, because some of the rewards you get are quite unique, like the beanies and some of the boots you can get your hands on, so yeah, give it a go if you like Transmog. The PvP brawl this week is the Shadowpan Showdown. Now this is a bit of a different one. It takes place in the Tiger's Peak Arena. It's a 5v5 mode that puts you in groups with a tank, healer and 3 DPS, so just like a dungeon group, and you fight to control the centre of the map. If you control the map, then you can unleash a boss. If you defeat the enemy team's boss, it gets you the win. So it's a very PvE type of PvP brawl, something a bit different, which is the point, I guess. And as far as other events are concerned, it is still the Hearthstone 10th anniversary event, which has received some hotfixes, and it's been extended to the 22nd, so you've still got a bit of time to get the mount and other rewards there if you want those. The portals do now spawn every 30 minutes in every location at once, so just basically choose a spot, sit there, and just farm it until you've got all the rewards you want. But it still sucks ass. So let's talk 10.2.6. We now know that the patch is the 60-player Battle Royale thing. It's a bit very different, a bit weird, but let's go with it. This takes place in a separate sort of mode of World of Warcraft, so when you log in after the patch has been installed on your system, when you log in, you'll have a little tab at the top left of your character selection screen where you can click on, what's it called again? Plunderstorm, and you can go to that version of it, so it's like a separate version of the game entirely. The rewards that you get from this will transfer over into your actual World of Warcraft proper account, so don't worry about that. And it doesn't apparently use the normal classes, so you don't need to have crazy PvP knowledge to be able to jump in and take part and not just get stomped on. It's not currently live at the minute, so I can't show any footage like I mentioned earlier, but we do know what some of the rewards that are available are. Does that make sense? I'm not sure, let's just go with it. There's a parrot mount who's wearing a lovely hat, a pet called Bubbles that is a proper battle pet, a decent looking pirate themed transmog set, and some rewards that also transfer over into Wrath Classic as well, if anyone still plays that. So even though you'll get these from the Plunderstorm event version of the game, they will transfer into your, your transmog tab, your mounts tab, your pet tab in actual World of Warcraft. I'm planning on playing this tomorrow because I live in the EU, so even though it was meant to be a global launch, it doesn't appear to be launching in the EU anytime soon. I can see some streamers who are in the US that have the game installed that should be accessing that quite soon, so maybe they dropped the ball on that a bit as well. But we'll access this tomorrow, and I'm probably going to do an extra video this week on the event itself. Probably not in the form of a guide unless it warrants that, but more so just in terms of like gameplay and just seeing what kind of fun interactions we can have with the new mode. So, Season 4 is now data mineable, and lots of things have been coming to the surface. So, Blizzard have said that the season will start several weeks after 10.2.6's launch, which could really be anywhere between 2 to 6 weeks, I would hazard a guess at. Now, they did nudge as well that if you are still trying to get things like ahead of the curve for RAC or any of the other seasonal raid or Mythic Plus rewards, you should start cracking on with those pretty soon so you don't run out of time. So this is like their kind of, not final warning, but a bit of a nudge to get those things done if you want them. The Mythic Plus dungeon pool for Season 4 is confirmed to be the 8 original Dragonflight dungeons that we had at launch. There's bound to be some tuning to some of these. I'm looking at you, Ruby Life pools. And there is also some tuning going on currently with the trinkets and probably other pieces of gear as well from these dungeons. So just keep an eye on that. Maybe your best list will change in the season. Just depends what's going on. So when it comes to raiding in Season 4, we know that they're going to use a system similar to Shadowlands Season 4 where they have the Fated raid system. So the raids will rotate each week. There'll be the Fated version that you can take part in, and they basically just cycle through. There is a mount reward if you complete all of these Fated raids on the normal Fated difficulty, so you don't have to do anything super challenging. But basically the exact same scenario as the Slime Cat mount that you could get back in Shadowlands Season 4, and the mount is the Voyaging Wilderling. So I believe this is going to be a Dragon Riding enabled mount. It's not just like a Reese colour of the other Wilderling mounts, and obviously it's got like a Dragonflight skin in it as well. Different colours. It looks kind of cool, to be honest. Just another mount for the count, eh? If you complete all the heroic Fated raids, you'll get the title The Awakened Hero, and completing all the mythic Awakened raids, you get the raid teleports for the Dragonflight raid, so that's pretty cool. Something to aim for if you want that kind of thing. One thing you may also remember from Season 4 of Shadowlands is the diners, I forget what the actual name was now, but you could get these diners from doing a certain amount of raid boss kills, and it would basically allow you to buy a piece of raid gear from the vendor, so you could target a piece. It was basically kind of bad luck protection, so you could target a base item from the raid without having to actually get it to drop. Now back in Shadowlands you could get 3 of these I believe, but apparently the way that it seems now you're only going to be able to get 1 in Dragonflight Season 4, but at least still you're going to have the option there to target a specific piece of gear, so that's kind of nice to know. The Season 4 Keystone Master mount is going to be the Infinite Armoridon, there you go. The Infinite Armoridon, which is quite a cool model. I like the Infinite stuff, nice. For anybody with Nazuro, you Evokers out there, or Firalath, and the legendaries, you can still use them in Season 4, and there's going to be some upgrade items that you can use to keep your current one. You don't have to like get it again or anything, because that would just be insanely stupid. You can keep your legendary rolling into Season 4. So, there's also been some new meta achievements coming in patch 10.2.6, so these are not to do with Season 4, these will be active either today in NA or tomorrow for EU when the patch goes live. There's some faction meta achievements to do with these specific Dragonflight factions, and each of those rewards are mounts. That's 4 new mounts you can get. You may already have done the achievements for these, so you know, or maybe just have a couple more to box off to get the meta, so it might be quite easy for you if you've been playing Dragonflight quite actively. You may remember the Back from the Beyond meta achievement, which awarded the Veilstrider title in Shadowlands. If you had that, you will get a new mount, just basically for free, which is pretty damn good. If you don't have that, you can actually now go back and complete those achievements again and unlock the achievement, Back from the Beyond. You won't get the title, Veilstrider, because that is only available to those who completed that during Shadowlands when it was current content, but you will still be able to get the mount. So that's something that you could go back for if you wanted to submit yourself to a lot of pain and punishment. There is now also a Dragonflight meta achievement, which is a very similar format to the Shadowlands one. This is an absolutely massive meta achievement, again, just like the Shadowlands one was. You basically have to complete everything in the outdoor world that Dragonflight has to offer. So getting all the reputations to max, which is probably what most people have done already so far. Completing all the raids, you just have to do them on any difficulty, so your LFR should count. Doing all the quests, all the quest lines, which again you've probably done that on your main by now. If not, where have you been? You've got to complete Dragon Isles Pathfinder. Again, most people probably already done that. You've got to do all the rep meta achievements that I just previously mentioned, plus some others. So there's basically a hell of a lot to do here regarding reputations. Also included are the meta achievements for Zaralek Caverns, the Emerald Dream, you know how to reach me, so that's the Forbidden Reach one. Even going back right from the start of Dragonflight, you need to have completed all the Rathian and Sibelian kind of quest lines, the Dragonbane Keep achievements, the Obsidian Keymaster for all that kind of area, collect all the treasures in each of the Dragonflight zones, and complete all of the Dragon Riding Racing Completionist achievements, and basically all the Glyph Hunters from around the map. So, an absolutely colossal achievement if you do this. You will get 4 mounts in the process, and probably a lot of other rewards if you've still not done these achievements yet, and completing it will get you the Tavan mount. And obviously we all know who Tavan is by now, the big dog, the big Morok Centaur doggo. So if you want that guy, you've got a lot of work to do if you've not already done a lot of these things. So yes, I think we'll leave that there for now. That was a chock full of information video. Hopefully that was alright, just being a kind of more audio style video this week. I will get back to doing the proper edited videos probably next week, I hope. And what we're going to do with the Transmog submissions for this week, guys, is I'll put them into the next week's video. So don't worry, no one is going to miss out. Just a quick reminder, with the Transmog competition, please do submit just 1 entry per person, because I can only count 1 per individual. And if you're doing that, please do provide a item list with it. The easiest way to do this is using the Narcissus add-on. If you're unsure about how to use that, or what I've just said, please do come and join us in the Discord. We will happily help you out and get you set up so you can submit your Transmog. If you want to join in, the theme for this week is, for this month is green. So again, you can interpret that way whatever you want to. And there's £20 Battle.net balance up for the winner. So do come and join in if you wish to do so. That is it for this week's video, guys. Thank you very much for watching and putting up with the simple edit. If you did find the video useful, please do leave it a like and consider subscribing for the Warcraft Weekly and more videos and guides from me about World of Warcraft. Thanks for watching, guys. I've been LaserBeast, and I'll catch you next time.